Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time here, my name is Beck. Thank you so much for joining me. So I wanted to talk today about something that I saw on Tracy the Mad Scots Lass's video yesterday, and she brought something up and it's so relevant to me and probably to a lot of other people, and I really wanted to talk about it today. So she was talking about her weight obviously in a weigh-in video, because what else are you going to talk about? But she'd mentioned about her weight and how it was going, obviously, and then she mentioned about the target that she'd set when she first joined Slimming World. Let if you're not a member, I'll just quickly explain that when you first go there and you sign up, you have your welcome packs, which are not just this book, but let me just put my drink down. There's other books as well, and this is the book that you're given. Now, inside this book, you've got your personal details, how much you weighed when you first started, but also your personal achievement target. Now, I didn't even notice this until she'd brought it up yesterday and said that when you start, you're asked what you want your weight to be, and that's fair enough. So obviously you're filling these things in. But what I didn't notice was that next to what you want your weight to be, it's your measurements. So I'd never even seen that was there. I'd always gone by weight, and she brought up yesterday about wanting to be a particular size, and she'd already reached that size and is still chipping away to get to the weight target. But for her, I don't think it was ever about the weight, it was just the size that she wanted to be. So I mean, I had a lot to lose when I first started. So my personal achievement target is to lose 6 stone. And that is, I mean, obviously it's going okay, but I'd never noticed these measurements here. So what I've put down now, and I've done it today while I've written in my book, I've just written, or a size 16, because I would kill to be a size 16. I mean, I know it's quite big for some people, but that is what I really, really, really want to get to. So, I mean, if I could be a 14, that would be amazing. But I mean, I'm still going to chip away and try and get the 6 stone and see where I am size-wise with that. But what I have noticed with me is that when I'm losing weight, size-wise, I don't know whether it's because I'm not trying new sizes, but I don't seem to be coming down many dress sizes. I did actually buy a size 18 top a few weeks ago, and it does fit me, but I think I'm still in the, I don't know whether when you are or have been quite large like I was, then you still are in that mindset when you go shopping that you don't see yourself differently, or because you're not feeling different. Anyway, so I bought this size 18 actually thinking that I'll take it home, try it, but probably have to bring it back, and I didn't. So maybe when I go shopping, I need to, because obviously you can't try things on at the moment. So that is something that I probably need to get myself out of, but it is really difficult. Anyway, that's that said, that's that done. But yeah, so that is what I want to do. That is what I want to get to. I'm going to keep chipping away at the weight as well. But if I get to the size that I want to be before the weight, I'm not sure whether I will carry on, or if I get to the weight that I want to be, but I'm still not the size that I want to be, whether I'll need to lose more. So that's something that I'll obviously reevaluate when the time comes. Weigh-in wise, how did I get on this week? Well, and I'm going to make sure this week that once I've shown you my book, I refocus myself, because I think a lot of people were confused last week and thinking that it was their Wi-Fi, because I had quite a few messages. I'm so sorry about that. So I will make sure once I've shown you my weight that I then refocus the camera on me. So how did I get on this week? I am I'm going to just see if I can see what I've written there. Pleased to report that, and you can see a little star next to it, and it's Star Week obviously, but I have managed a loss of 1.5 pounds. Now I did get a little bit, hang on 2 seconds, I'm just going to refocus me. Am I refocused? I did get a little bit excited because I sent my weight off to my consultant because I couldn't go and weigh yesterday. Alison actually asked in one of her comments, I've noticed it as I was coming on here to record this, was the group open. Now, our groups in Wales have been open since the end of our firebreak lockdown. But as for England, unfortunately, I don't know whether yours are. I would imagine that they are, because I think they were trying to do the same across the board, but double check. But ours are open, and we're not having we're not having image therapy in the groups. We're still going in, we're weighing, coming home, and then doing image therapy on a Zoom meeting in the afternoon, which I never seem to remember about. So anyway, so I just wanted to let Ali know that, because she has asked me. So I had a message off my consultant when I'd sent the message off saying, oh, congratulations, £2 off this week. And I was like, what? So I checked in my book and I was thinking, oh my God, I lost £2. No, I haven't, because she, excuse me, had noticed that I put the weight, which was 16.11, but she didn't see the and a half next to it, which I'd written in words. So I got a little bit excited for no reason. But there we are, 16 stone 11.5 for me this week, which is a total weight loss now of 3 stone 9.5 pounds, which is the most that I've ever lost on Slimming World. So not that I'm comparing it to my other journeys, but of course, I suppose I'm saying that I'm not. I probably am, because it's just natural, isn't it? It's what you're going to do. So the week ahead, as I said, it was Star Week, and I will be putting it on my what I eat in a day later, but I did have a little snack accident while I was waiting for my dinner to cook, and it doesn't happen often. And if you've watched me before, you'll know that I'm quite honest when I say that if I see something and it's right in front of me, then, which is when I'm going to see it obviously, then sometimes I can't resist things. So we'd been to the shops and Jeff had picked up some reduced donuts, the yellow sticker ones. They were on the table, the children had had one each, there was one left in the packet, and I was walking past, and I know these are the things that I need to control myself with. I didn't even want it. I really didn't even want it, but I couldn't mentally tell myself that I didn't want it, because before I knew it, I picked it up and I was eating it. I didn't finish it all because, to be honest with you, it wasn't that nice. When I checked the app, there were 11 sins. So I think I'm just going to say 11 sins, even though I gave probably the last quarter to the dog, just to cover me, because I want to teach myself a lesson and be really, really angry with myself that I've allowed myself to do it and have 11 sins for something that I really didn't want. So it means that later on, it might affect my snacks later, mightn't it? See, and these are the things, this is what we do. And it's done now, I can't do anything about it. So I'm owning up to it, because as soon as I ate it, when it was in my mouth, Tasha said to me, what are you doing? I said, I don't know. And she said, bet you're not going to tell your YouTube about that. I said, of course I will. I tell them everything. And these are the things, I'm not going to beat myself up about it, because it's not something that happens often. And I can have anything in my cupboards as long as I don't see it. If I'm going in them, it doesn't bother me. If it's there in front of me, that is when I have absolutely zero willpower. And I'm sure lots of you are the same. What else? Also, a big thank you to Summer Rose, who commented yesterday that on my video upload, she could hear people talking. Well, that was probably me and Jeff, I think, because I think we're at the table. And normally when I'm uploading videos, I listen to them or play them back before I upload them. For some reason yesterday, I just didn't do that. So when she said, I think I can hear people talking, when I listened to it, it was awful. So I think they'd only had about 25 views at this point. So thankfully it wasn't a lot and it didn't have a big impact. But apologies for that, because it was so confusing, because you could hear me talking there and you could hear me talking on the video, and it was really confusing. But there we are, I sorted it. I just deleted it and then re-uploaded it. So the week ahead is looking fairly good. I've prepared some chicken. I marinated it last night, ready for tonight, so that's what we're going to have for tea today. And there's nothing coming up, I don't think. The thing is, because of the way that things are, I know we're not in lockdown anymore, but I don't know about you, we're not planning on going lots of places like we would normally do this time of the year. We like to take the kids, even though they're not little anymore, into just to see the lights and things when it's close to Christmas, and Winter Wonderland is always featured in our Christmas festivities. I think the only festive thing that's happened this weekend is that my festive tablecloth has made a comeback, which is not the best, but it does get you in the festive mood because it's literally plastered in Christmas things. I've had to order new lights for my Christmas tree because the ones every year I pack them away, and there's 3 sets of lights on there. I think they're only 250 on each, so 750 lights. But it's a big 6 foot, quite a bushy tree. And every year I put them away and think, right, I must get lights next year, and then forget, and then put them on the tree. And this has happened about 3 years running. And this year I put the lights on the tree, and then I said to Jeff, I'm ordering new lights. Well, I think he might have said it to me, but we did it. So they're probably not going to arrive until just before Christmas, but they've been ordered. So I've got that to look forward to, and decorate the tree and then redecorate that. It's a bit of a theme going on here, isn't there? Anyway, that is me out, I think. I don't think I've got anything else that I want to say. I'm going to go and edit this video, wrap some Christmas presents while watching some Christmas films, because Jeff has said that he's going to come up here and watch Arsenal, and that gives me, I think, the living room free, even though Jack was lying on it, bless him, on the sofa. He's managed to make his way out of bed today. He's still not well. Oh, and isn't it awful when you see them so ill? And thank you everybody for all your lovely comments. There is definitely a slight improvement in him today. He's managed to have some breakfast and keep that down because he wasn't well at all. But he's still got the aches all over, and I think the temperature's gone now because we did that earlier and that was okay. But thank you all for your lovely comments. Thank you for watching, and I hope you're all I can't even talk. I hope you're all having really good weeks where you are. If you're not, please don't worry. It's a crazy time of year. You can only do what you can do. And thank you for watching again. I will see you in the next one.